It's Week 8 of the NFL.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Browns defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Watson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Dawson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Dawson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 54 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Watson now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is a counter play. Eckler.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Texans at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try the air now with Watson.
To the right side and caught by Dell.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We look at this Browns defense.
Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
To throw on 3rd down, Dawson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Watson. On the screen, this is Eckler. Now he's free to midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here's Watson.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Texans are back within a score.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Dawson. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Down to the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now hang on here, because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Watson. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
First down, Browns.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Dawson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Will Anderson
in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Dawson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
41 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now out comes Houston.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Watson now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Watson.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
It's second and inches.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Right side, complete to Mechie.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Brings up second and 2.
Put a man in motion left, Ridley. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Eckler now between the tackles, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Throwing on first down, Dawson. And that's That's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Moore, the man in motion.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Muscles by at the 25. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, Chubb.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Once more, here's Eckler. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle with Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this one is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Dawson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Browns first down.
Back to throw. Dawson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up,
Automatic
or if you're
first
going to
down.
go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cleveland.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, and the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The throw over the middle, taken in. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
First down, Browns.
Operating from the gun, Dawson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now here's a throw that's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
A gain of 7. And the Browns first down.
They'll look to throw again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to throw again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Will Anderson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Watson.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given it to the offense. Maybe he'll create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. And again, it's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries in just 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, nice move. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 5. Pierce now up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Watson.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Watson now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Watson.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
To the air yet again, Watson. That's caught again by Schultz. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Watson.
Touchdown, Texans!
Austin Eckler.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Take it at about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So now the Browns down 23-20, 1:06 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
Completes to Njoku.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Gets this to Moore.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
108 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. Down the sideline he goes.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So this one in the win column for the Texans, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles, and that's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Houston,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.